That's good money you're wasting, Cyrus, still hanging around here.
One moment.
Sorry, man. Imperials everywhere. I don't talk with strangers.
Hey, sailor.
May I trouble you for a moment, my lady?
Lady, you say? You must be new in town. Besides, Fiona would have remembered you.
Cyrus, at your service. Do you know a young lady named Azara? My sister, last seen over 3 months ago.
Azara, yes. I see the family resemblance. Can't say I know her, though. She was all caught up in them troubles we had when the young prince was killed.
What is news around Stros Mackay these days?
That it's best to keep your mouth shut or end up in the catacombs. Or worse.
Have you heard anything about a group called the Restless League?
They claim to fight the Empire, but they seem more interested in plunder from what I can tell. They make a point to target forebears, though, so I guess they aren't all bad.
A friend is meeting me at the Dragon Tail. Do you know it?
Sure, Sienna knows it all right. Used to be a favorite of mine till that damn lizard barkeep got all high and mighty on me. Does this friend have a name?
Tobias. Do you know him?
Did Hunding hate goblins? Of course I know him. One of my best customers, and I'm no lie. Any friend of Tobias is a friend of Sienna. I'll be happy to help you out any way I can.
Maybe you can help me. Tell me more about the recent troubles in Stros Mackay.
You know, the civil war between the crowns and their forebears. You really aren't from around here, are you?
Tell me more about the crowns.
They supported Prince Ator after his father died. True Redguard patriots. What's the pity?
What of these forebears? Who are they?
Forebears? Pah! They call me a whore. Sold out the prince and left us with the streets full of fine soldiers and not an honest ring to any heel.
Was my sister involved in the Civil War in some way?
Well, I don't want to spread gossip, especially not to her brother. But they say she was friends with the prince. Good friends, you know. So it's no wonder she disappeared when Fat Boy came to town.
Fat Boy?
Oh, sorry. I mean His Imperial Highness Provisional Governor Lord Ripton.
This lizard barkeep. An Argonian?
Don't know his politics, but that Drakius is a damn nuisance to us working girls. Pretentious as grand he has. Nobody before bears in there now anyway. And I wouldn't catch their get for any copper coin.
You don't care for Drakius, then?
Well, he's not a bad sort for a lizard. Him and me just don't see eye to eye on the friendship of the thighs, so to speak. But he knows anyone who's anyone on this island. No mistake.
Tell me about this Richter.
He's a bad one, he is. Siona can tell. Invited me up to the palace once, but I won't be back. Maybe Siona's not a fine lady, but she's an honest working girl and doesn't like being treated like dirt. And she definitely doesn't like being watched by that sneaking, prick-eared shadow.
These catacombs, some kind of a dungeon?
That's where Fat Boy's hardest any crowns you can catch. Under the palace, where the dragon lives.
Where is the governor's palace?
The poor dead prince's palace, you mean. Just keep climbing up the hill. You can't miss it. But don't expect to sneak your way in.
Who is this shadow you speak of?
Fat Boy's pet assassin, Graham. A ghoul from furthest Morrowind, they say. Those red eyes of his are watching me. No, Siona won't be back to the palace. Not for all the corn in Hammerfell.
A dragon lives in these catacombs?
That's how Fat Boy beat the crowns. The Imperials, at least, think the dragon's still down there, laying about on the royal sea of coin.
We'll talk later. Be careful. One moment.
Go about your business, Redguard.
Well?
Hello, my name is Cyrus.
And mine is Trithic, lad.
I'm looking for my sister Izara. Perhaps you've seen her?
I do not know the name, but so many have been lost since the dragon arrived.
She went missing about 3 months ago.
If she was with the Crowns, I would count her among the casualties. Richton's slaughter was elegant only in its thoroughness.
It seems quiet here, especially for a port city. How fares Stros Mackay under Imperial rule?
Defeat is read in every native face, my boy. The war cost the city much, including its voice. The Crowns are no more, as kingless as Yokuda, lost now to song which no one will sing, lest Richton hear. Overmuch, the governor is the reason Stros Mackay is so quiet.
I have not heard mention of Yokuda since my childhood.
The first land, where the Redguards came from in blessed Hunding's day.
I saw the statue of Hunding on my way into port. I'm surprised Richton hasn't leveled it yet.
He cannot or will not, for it keeps the goblins out of Stros Mackay, out and under it. Such is Frandar Hunding's grace that he blinds them still.
There are goblins under Stros Mackay?
And worse, but you needn't worry about them. They are doomed to the dirt and bother the Redguard no more.
What did the Imperials do to the prince?
A Tor was slain at sea, and there his body was lost, thankfully. Already the obligatory prophecy of his return has begun, spoken in hush, an ill surrogate for true hope this season. The Redguard should know better, be blind to desperate omen. Thasad's son has left us, winged swift and sadly, never to return.
So Ator had dealings with the Restless League then?
Never openly, for then even the Crown thought the League untrustworthy. Now they are Hammerfell's last. Ator's death sent them into hiding, and Dragonfire keeps them there.
How can you be thankful that Prince Ador's body was lost at sea?
Insofar that the seabed may claim him before the necromancer does, that is all. That his soul may rest easy from the snare surround.
Tell me about the necromancer.
A westward evil, a seat in the ash-gray shoals, on parade now that the Empire's here, lad. So don't die.
What is the snare surround?
The necromancer's curse, writhing in the near here, only a death away. Its magic snatches at your soul, should you perish, to fuel some darker deed still.
How far west are the shoals?
Not a day's journey. Just follow the path over the, bridge.
Should I fear death more than normal then?
The snare waits for those who don't.
This dragon, an imperial metaphor perhaps?
Banner and bone, young Redguard. Seek the old quarter if you want to see the handiwork of both.
I fear that my sister's disappearance had something to do with the Civil War.
I read more than fear in your face, Redguard. Either retribution or redemption. Alas, sometimes they are the same. Neither can come without wounds.
I said nothing about redemption or...
Why else would you be here, in this narrative? In you...
How can the two be the same?
In their concern for blood. In blood as closure. I assure you, it will be spilt before you find your sister. A prayer may do you well.
Where should I pray?
At the Temple of Blessed Arcade. Brother Niddle presides there. and he knew most of the people in town. He may know something about your sister.
Where is the temple?
In the town square, shoreside from the pool.
Perhaps I should speak to this Richten then.
Spoken true, my boy. But I'd advise against it. The Imperials suffer no Redguards in the palace, unless you're forebear, and you walk on too few legs to be that.
What do the Imperials plan to do here?
Confusion often follows conquering. But if Septim does have a plan for Hammerfell, it hasn't been made clear. I suspect a greater plan than constant terror, for Richten has men all about the island, not just here in Stros Makai.
So I can't get into the palace then?
Not unless you can produce something that Richten will desire.
Has Tiber Septim made the crown suffer much for their resistance?
Through his agents, yes. But I fear that the provisional governor is an especially wicked feast to swallow. The blood has slowed to a trickle, if only for lack of targets, and the crowns who survive still remain silent.
Can a Redguard not even admit his allegiance to the crowns openly?
I can't speak for the rest of Hammerfell, but such an admission here is martyrdom at best. A persecution of silence reigns in Stros Makai.
Tell me of the forebears.
Throne defilers all, hosts to the invader, and Hunding's shame.
What happened to the old court?
It was the last stand of the Loyalist crowns, and Governor Richten had it destroyed. It smolders still, all ash and dragonfire. Few escaped the incident.
Thanks, Trev. I've got to go.
Cyrus, sweetheart.
Excuse me.
Keep moving.
One moment.
Sorry, man. Imperials everywhere. I don't talk with strangers.
It's locked. One moment.
Go about your business, Redguard.
Greetings, old man. I am Cyrus.
Cyrus, eh? Never heard of you. Must be new around here. My name's Favis. Everybody just calls me Favis, though.
My sister Izara is missing. Do you know her?
Sure, nice young lady, too. Sister, you say? I haven't seen her around in a while, though. Wonder if she might be missing.
Apparently, no one has seen her for months. Do you have any idea what might have happened?
Might have something to do with the Restless League. Some of them fellows came around looking for her a while back.
Izara was in trouble with the Restless League?
I didn't say that. Although, come to think of it, they didn't look too friendly. No one you'd want to cross, that's for sure. Their enemies have a way of turning up dead.
My ship was attacked by 2 members of the Restless League just off Stros Mackay. What can you tell me about them?
Not much. Fire-eating Redguard nationalists. More even than most crowns could stomach. But they've kept quiet since the old quarter was burned. I wonder why they decided to attack your ship.
Stros Mackay was a crown stronghold, wasn't it?
It was the seat of power for the crowns. Ator led the crowns from here after Thasad's death. We've suffered greatly for it since young Prince Ator died. Took all hope out of the crowns, but not all the fight.
Not all?
No, the battle in the old quarter did that.
What happened to Prince Ator?
Died in battle, like a Redguard hero of old. I've heard tales that he ain't dead, but that's all rubbish.
Really?
I spoke with sailors from the Garamar, second in line of battle behind Ator's flagship. They saw him on deck just as the dragon lit up his ship like a festival bonfire. Weren't any survivors from the flagship? Not a one.
King Thasad's death was inconvenient for many, but I've never heard tell of foul play.
Nor I. The forebears preferred Thasad to his son Ator, a known League sympathizer. Thasad had no patience for the League himself. Called them terrorists. Maybe true, but they've shown more sense than the crowns through this whole bloody mess.
I expected to see Stros Mackay full of forebears after their victory.
Hardly a forebear victory. It was Imperial might that defeated the crowns, laddie. Make no mistake about that. The Thors show few that Rickon brought with him mostly stay up in the palace or drink themselves to stupor. You might run into him at the Dragon Tail, looking for trouble, so you'll want to be careful.
Tell me what happened in the old quarter.
The crowns made their last stand there after the dragon destroyed Ator's fleet. Senseless bravado. Should have done what the League did and laid low until the Imperials were off guard. Instead, they went down fighting. Redguard heroes, but dead all the same.
I don't know. How long has it been since their last attack?
Must have been a month or two at least. Their last big success was blowing up Rickon's flagship right here in the harbor. A pity in a way. Whatever else you say about the Imperials, they make beautiful ships. But that little caper cost the League plenty. Afterwards, Rickon rounded up anyone who'd ever spoken to a Leaguesman. I was starting to think he had crushed them completely.
You're not in the Restless League?
Me? Ha! If I was, do you think I'd still be here? With precious Governor Rickon throwing every known Leaguesman in the catacombs? In my day, things were simple. A Redguard was loyal to the king, and that was that. All this newfangled politics, crowns and forebears, Restless League, not for me.
You're in charge of this bell tower?
Don't wanna be, but I'm stuck with it. Dan Purnell's fault leaves me stuck here while he sits up in the cool breeze and watches Hunden Bay roll by. Does he think I'd like to wave the flag once in a while? Stubborn as a mule he is, and ungrateful to boot.
Purnell, a friend of yours?
Friend? Ha! Blind as a bat he is, but will he ever let me wave the flag? No! Too stuffy down there, he says. You fall off the chair, he says. Always some excuse. Now he's gone and broken the bell. Don't know why I put up with it.
I'm not sure I follow you. What flag do you mean?
We're supposed to trade off. One of us watches for ships, waves the flag when he sees one, but he never lets me take my turn in the watchtower. Doesn't care about my feelings, not at all. Always a...
I'm not sure I follow you. What flag do you mean?
We're supposed to trade off. One of us watches for ships, waves the flag when he sees one, then the other rings the bell to let people know. But he never lets me take my turn in the watchtower. Doesn't care about my feelings, not at all. Always about what Purnell wants.
The bell doesn't look broken.
Well, not broken exactly, but I'm sure it doesn't ring as loud as it used to. But Purnell wouldn't let me have Lakeem look at it, would he? Insisted on doing it himself. Typical. Took him half the day, then had the nerve to tell me there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not sure if I've met Lakeem.
Me neither. Now that Lakeem, on the other hand, handiest young fellow I ever met, can fix anything. Hey, you look like a handy sort yourself. Maybe you could take a look at it for me.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Good lad. There, young fella! Hey, thought you said you were gonna fix my bell. Huh? Huh? There, young fella! Thought you said you were gonna fix my bell. Huh? Huh?
What's this? Nothing wrong with this bell. Just the old man's ears that need fixing. What's this?
There, young fella!
Favis, my friend.
You're Cyrus, aren't you? Thought so.
I checked, and there's nothing wrong with the bell.
Good lad. I was right. That fool Purnell said it didn't need fixing, but I knew it needed fixing, so you fixed it, eh? Well, I'm much obliged.
How do things stand in Stros Mackay under Imperial occupation?
As bad as they can be. Looks peaceful now, doesn't it? The peace of the grave, it is. Most of the younger folk dead or run off. In the old days, this was the bustling south heart of Hammerfell. Harbor jammed with shipping, sailors from all over walking the street. What you see now is the ghost of the old Stros Mackay. Dead, but it just don't know it yet.
What of these catacombs?
You're a nosy young fella, aren't you? The less you know about them, the better. If Richter doesn't like you, he throws you in jail. If he really doesn't like you, he throws you in the catacombs. No one comes out of there alive.
This dragon, have you seen it?
Not with my own eyes, but I heard tell of it from the survivors. They say Richter keeps it in the catacombs, feeding it on captured leaguesmen.
What can you tell me about Governor Richten?
You don't look like one of his spies.
Rest assured.
I'm too old to worry about such things anyway. Huh. Why was I worrying?
Rickton,
Oh yeah, good soldier maybe, but a bloodthirsty beast of a ruler. He enjoys having Strauss Mackay under his thumb, he does. Won't be much of it left when he's through.
that's all for now, Fathers.
Lad?
It's locked.
Well?
He looks a little preoccupied. Hold up a sec.
Look, go past to someone else.
Hold up a second.
Look, go past to someone else.
It's locked. Name Cyrus. You okay?
No, I'm Crandall.
You seen a woman named Azara around?
Sure I have. Not that I remember names, though. Oh, but they remember mine. Them broads love Crandall. Have my way with them all, you know.
What do you know about the group called the Restless League?
Punks. Killed them all once I did. Bunch of Redguard pansies. They want me to join them, but I got too much thinking to do. Heavy load. I say, Rickton's got it out for him. You watch out.
So Strauss Mackay's one big party for you, eh?
You gotta drink to keep sane in this place. Them sissies around here think they can make the best of it. They make nothing. Nothing. Rickton's got them all scared.
You've certainly spent a lot of time at the local tavern.
Rickton's got that damn lizard Drekius charging 3 gold pieces for lousy Valenwood wine. He freaks me out. Picking flies off the bar with his tongue. I can't relax with that going on.
Rickton doesn't have you scared?
No, sirree. I kick this fat butt. Not throwing me in his catacombs.
You're scared of the catacombs, eh?
Didn't say that. Did not say that. Rickson throws the crowns in jail and pirates into the catacombs. I ain't neither. Doubt his cronies could take me anyway.
Just like a drunk to blame the bartender for his troubles.
Ha! Who the heck do you blame for yours anyway, tough guy? I know Dreekius' story. Just no one else does. Damned Argonians. Them dark elves got it right. Cage 'em up and let 'em haul ash.
Don't like Argonians either. Who do you like, Crendel?
Fine then, fine. Hang around that scaly bastard and catch the flu.
There hasn't been a case of that in 200 years.
All I'm saying, those of us who play our cards right could open a right good belt shop. Yeah.
Liquor tax?
That's right. It's a real shock that sailors don't hang around anymore. Who's in charge of that one?
I've had enough.
Good.